Well, welcome back,
Wait,
everyone.
that was interesting.
All right. Well, let's go around the room. We're going to share your takeaways as coach as well as client. So you're going to share 2 takeaways. Let's keep these as concise as possible so we don't go over time. So, who's first? Robin, you have a nice smile. So I don't know if you're thinking.
No. My takeaways are, I am thankful that I do sleep well. I do get enough sleep. Takeaways being rest is important, and there's lots of different avenues to go, and you have to think about it. You have to put some thought into it. So yes, creating that routine.
Being intentional is what.
Being intentional, yes, very good.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy that you sleep well too, Robin. What about you, Kellen?
Let's see. I would have to say just articulation again. It's just being able to talk about these really fundamental aspects of your life that you've maybe never, talked about with anyone, and designing a plan. I think it can be so useful. I have some good ideas about what I want to do, and so it's helped me, and I can see how it could help a lot of people. Just this very simple part of your life is so important. It's profoundly important to get rest.
Right. And there, like I said, there's that TED Talk about sleep, but there's a lot of other resources on the bottom of that page. Like if you wanted to forward a resource onto your client, like they thought, oh, I can run on 5 hours of sleep, but they're not feeling good, but just like giving them a resource of like, hey, watch this, realize how important sleep is. Because sometimes people think it's normal to run on lower sleep and they haven't experienced more rest. So they don't know what they're missing sometimes. Thanks for sharing, Kellen. I think you made a really good point. Just talking about it helps so much.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think, Sarah? What are your takeaways?
I loved it. Well, what I love is like, I always think sleep is so important every night, but then I also realized how important sort of rest and recovery and little tidbits of meditation or whatever throughout the day are. Because of course sleep at night is really important. I feel like I'm getting better at that, but I'd also like to incorporate meditation and just little mindful moments during the day. It's neat to explore what that would feel like and sort of how that would increase your quality of life as well. It was good.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Thank you, Sarah. Mm-hmm. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, this is really fun stuff. I love this chapter overall. I think from a coaching standpoint, like Kellen said, it's important, but it's also kind of fun and really relevant for everybody to talk about faithfulness, to talk about recovery, to talk about sleep patterns. I won't say they're easy to talk about, but they're so fundamental that I think it comes kind of naturally. Mm-hmm. And then on the being coach standpoint, I like Robin. I feel like I've got a pretty good handle on sleep and morning routines, but I know that I can do a better job around evening routines, getting into a place that will allow me to I don't sleep badly, but there's room for improvement. So I'm excited to work on that a little bit.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike. What about you, JC?
My takeaway is a client. I seem to have a general theme through a lot of our sessions of having a lot on my plate or feeling rushed. Maybe I need to reevaluate how much I take on. When I wake up, I am the most unpleasant person in the world. I hate morning. So I think there are definitely some things that I could do to set myself up a little bit better to have a better morning, start my day out better, and setting up different evening routine would probably be very helpful. My takeaway as a coach is that sometimes when you're talking about this, there isn't always a clear action step. Like Letty and I were discussing, and he's been working in a job situation that has been dictating a lot of his time because he's been traveling, and there's only so much control you have when you're in a situation like that.
Yeah. And so then it can become a conversation of what's the next step, or what can you do, like if they want to thrive in that, or make better use of that, even though what can they control?
Right.
Not focusing on, oh, I can't control this, but what can you control?
Yeah.
Because there's always aspects that you can control, like your perspective about it.
Yeah.
Right? Or taking time, like Sarah was saying, throughout the day to recover if it's dictating your nighttime. Yeah. Thank you, JC. What about you, Eddie?
Okay, my takeaway as a client, I understand how important is sleep, and create a routine to be a better sleep. My takeaway as a coach, I understand how sleep affect the people.
Mm-hmm.
If the sleeping affect the whole body. My takeaways as a coach.
Yeah, because maybe they have extra stress with their job, but then you ask, how are you sleeping at night? And they're sleeping terrible. That can only, is that really serving them, right?
Yeah, I don't sleep well because I don't have routine. Because what I do for my job, every day is a new day. Every day is a different day, and
It's hard to get consistency.
Yeah.
So how can we as a class support you in making your routine, Eddie?
Right now, the way I do my job, the way I do my business, I cannot change this. What I do is a 6 months commitment with my business. Then I need to do the way I do. But after that, I'm gonna start to create my routine. I start Monday. On Monday, I start to do my exercise. But yeah, this is a challenge for me, and the class helped me a lot for that. But I cannot be 100% now because of my routine.
Yeah.
I work hard for this.
One step at a time.
Yeah, one step.
Congratulations.
It's a big step for me.
I don't know if all of you guys saw that, but we're celebrating Eddie. He started an exercise habit. Right.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Kanika, what's your takeaway? My son has something to say about sleep, apparently. Kanika, what's your takeaway? I know that's her baby too. It's okay.
Sorry, were you talking to me?
Yeah, what's your takeaway from tonight?
Sorry. Okay, so I think I have a very counterintuitive takeaway. I thought that my sleep cycle is not good and I put too much emphasis on sleep. But looking at the sleep meter, I say, well, it's actually okay. Maybe I'm thinking too much. So I should stop counting the number of hours and just think about how I feel every morning. And I think that should be okay. As a coach, I think the sleep meter is really good because I would assume I'm the minority and most people don't think about sleep routine that much. So I think it's really helpful to get going on recovery because personally I see my husband never thinks about all of that. He gets 4 hours, 3 hours every night as a consultant. He's traveling all the time. So I think it's really helpful for people like him for sure.
Yeah, like your sleep's going well, but do you take time throughout the day to recover? Well, I just want to leave you guys with a thought. I was thinking about this when I was reviewing sleep. Is when I got pregnant, my doctor told me, bank up your sleep now. And I think that's really interesting. Like, we need to be purposeful about getting as much rest when we can because there are times where we won't be able to. And then another thought was that, there's all these books and DVDs and everything about sleep training. Like, because we have an internal clock and a system for sleeping. And it's all, I'm stepping into this season of like, I'm going to train my baby how to sleep when it's dark because that's the way it's supposed to be. But it's so interesting. Like, what if we looked at sleep as, I'm going to train for this so that I can get better at it. And same thing with recovery. Can I practice this? Can I train for this so that I can be good at recovering? And I think that applies to resilience too. You have to practice it. You have to choose it. So I think that's kind of what ties everything together for us tonight, is that we choose resilience. We choose a routine for sleep. We choose to make time to recover and do what we need to do so that we can refuel. One last takeaway. I know we're over time, but Kanika asked a really good question. She asked me, what is your last thought when you close your eyes? And that's a great segue into negative dialogue or gratitude. Because usually it's going to be one or the other. It's going to be positive or negative, right? It's going to be something. And I just realized, I have a lot to be grateful for, that I can look at a cute baby before I go to bed. And so it was just a really, really good question. And so I wanted to share that with you guys because it was really helpful for me as a client tonight. All right. So we're doing flow next week. So look forward to getting to that with you guys. I know, Robin, you started a conversation in the email about practicing with each other outside of class. That's a great way because there's so much that we're packing into this. So practice is great. Don't forget there's 30 for 30s that you can join in, and you automatically get paired with someone, so you can bring whatever you want to work on in that as well. And then just know.
When is that on Wednesdays? I'm sorry, Hannah. When is that?
It's every Wednesday, but the time alternates. So like today,
okay.
Today was the same time as class, so you guys could only do it on the Wednesdays. It's at 9:30 Pacific. On every other Wednesday, the other ones is during class time. So don't skip class to go there. But yeah, you can do that. But definitely connect with each other outside the class. It's so helpful. And just know, I don't tire of emails. So if you need something explained or want to practice a skill that still doesn't make sense after class, I'm more than happy to go over that with you guys after class. So reach out and sleep well tonight, everyone. Take time to recover. And I look forward to seeing you guys next Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.